Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. Past the 20 for a short gain. Second down. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered in when he was announced before the game. But 35-32-1 was Wentz in his 5 years as the Phillies starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017. Finished third at MVP voting. But a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Got his target, Samuel. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Now he's loose at the 40. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Once more, Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Tackle made by Chase Young. This defense for the Commanders, it's much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Being chased out left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second down, here's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Commanders 14, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now a play fake. Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Jonathan Allen had a very nice season for Washington in 2021 with 9 sacks and his first career Pro Bowl nod. He continues to be a valuable centerpiece for that defensive line.
Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. Touchdown! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Slide for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards. Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arms got plenty of life to it. And that was a thing of beauty there. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Only 7 players crossed 1,000 yards rushing last season, and one of them was Gibson, who made a big jump forward in his 2nd season. Entering his 3rd campaign, he cemented himself as one of the building blocks for the Commanders.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
46 down, man. 5 more. 81.
Now Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
19 tight.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Seems like a perpetual search for productive receivers for Philadelphia, but they think that Quez Watkins might be a keeper after his 2021. Earned a starting spot for much of the season and put up over 600 yards while averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former sixth-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll fake the give to Sanders. And now Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamin Davis, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Gibson again. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. This is taken at the 18. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Once again with Sanders.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. Sunday.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not thrown perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "36 yards on the punt with no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 70 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down, back to Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort